You know, today is one of those days when I'm almost spitting feathers at the political parties in this city of Bristol. And I'll tell you why. Because over the past few weeks, you've seen hundreds of people protesting about homelessness in this city. Nothing's been done about it now. It wasn't even on anybody's radar. You look at the Tories, look at the Greens, look at Labour. Where was homelessness on their radar 3 months ago, 6 months ago, 9 months ago, even a year ago? It didn't even enter their thoughts, didn't enter their heads, not for a minute. But now all of a sudden, because there's a mayoral election and it's a popular vote, they're going, oh, we're going to build thousands of homes. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And it's not acceptable, because if you didn't think about it months ago, all of a sudden, why are you thinking about it now? Because it's going to get them a vote. That's why they're thinking about it. You know, people are being conned into voting for the major parties. That's what makes my blood boil, because they didn't think about it then. If it hadn't been even raised now, it would not be on their agenda. They wouldn't give it the time of day. They wouldn't even consider it for a minute. But because there's a mayoral election, now it's a populist vote and they want to jump on the bandwagon all of a sudden. Well, that isn't acceptable. That's just totally conning people into voting for those parties because it's a popular vote, nothing else. You know, if it wasn't on their radar months ago or even a year ago, and there wasn't a contingency plan a year ago for the homeless on the streets now, they wouldn't even be considering this for a minute. So don't go in, you know, being fooled into believing that it's because they want to do something. It's because they actually have to do something, because so many people in Bristol are really up in arms against the homeless situation. So that's all I've got to say. And I'm spitting feathers. I'm really angry that they should take the people of Bristol for a ride in this way and have people con them. You know, they're conning people into voting for them on this ticket. Well, I'm sorry, it's too little, too late. You should have thought about all this a long, long time ago. You didn't, because you are not engaging with the people of Bristol in the way that you should. You are stuck there in City Hall, the people are on the other side, and while you're having your little meetings in City Hall, you're not really thinking about what's going on around you. You're not engaging with the people. You're not going out and talking to the people. So I'm sorry, it's too little, too late. So if you think you parties now, Greens, Tories, Labour, whatever, are suddenly going to fix this by having all these thousands of homes built, which is a great idea, but it's too late and it's the wrong motive. You should have thought about this a long, long, long time ago, and don't con people into voting for you because it's a popular vote. That's all you're doing. And that's all I'm going to say, because I'm actually quite angry that the people of Bristol are being conned into voting for the parties when it's suddenly a plaster on a broken leg. Oh dear, what are we going to do about it? Oh, we better do something. If we don't do something now, we're going to lose the vote. Not good enough, not acceptable. I'm sorry. But that's why the people of Bristol really need to stick to the independents. You've got Christine Townsend, you've got Paul Saville, you've got myself. And that's it. That's what you need to be thinking about, because we're the real voices of democracy. The others will not give you democracy. And I'll tell you why. Because the major parties get their diktats from central office. And what's going to happen if you vote for one of the major parties now at this forthcoming mayoral election? Bristol will be run from London. That's it. They will be told what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, and why it's going to happen. You know, there will be no democracy. They're not interested in giving democracy. But major parties are all about power and control. The more councils, the more local authorities they take over, the better it is for them. The more seats they have in Parliament, the more they can push things through without taking you or me into consideration. So that's why you've got to vote independent. Because if I'm voted in mayor and Labour come up with a good idea that's popular with the people, great, we'll run with it. If the Tories come up with a popular idea that works for the people and the majority think it's a great idea, we'll run with it. The same with the Liberal Democrats. If a member of the public comes up with a brilliant idea and the majority of people think it's going to work for this city, we will run with it. The major parties will not give you that choice. I promise you they will not give you that choice. So when it comes to voting on May the 5th, vote for an independent if you want to see democracy in Bristol. That's all I've got to say. There'll be more later, but for now I'm just so angry about this contempt that the major parties have for the people of Bristol in suddenly thinking, oh, we better jump on this popular bandwagon to get a vote. Oh, that's it. I'm done, and we'll speak again at another time. But for now, I'm so furious with these major parties. It's a great idea putting up houses. I'm all for that. I'm all for solving the problem. But I'm sorry if you didn't think about it all those months ago. It's too late now. And don't con people into voting for you because it's a popular vote. You know, it's got to come from the heart. It's got to come from the soul, not because suddenly it's a good idea. And that's it.